So adding and subtracting. Just like fractions before, what do we need to add or subtract fractions? We need a common denominator. Okay, same rules apply here. So example 5a, we have 7 over 10x plus 3 over 25x squared. So we need to get a common denominator. I have an x and an x squared. So the lowest term I can work with on the bottom is going to be an x squared. And then my numbers, what's the lowest common number those will both go into? 50. Okay, so that's what I'm working towards here on the bottom, a 50x squared. Okay. What do I need to multiply 10x by to get a 50x squared? 5x. Okay, so 5x. So times on top. 7 times 5x, 35x. And then 10x times 5x, 50x squared. All right, I need to turn a 25x squared into a 50x squared. By 2? Okay, so we'll multiply over here by 2. So 25x squared turns into a 50x squared, and then on top, multiply by 2, 6. Now I have a common denominator. So my common denominator is 50x squared. That's on the bottom. What do I do with these numbers on the top? Can I just add them together? No. Okay, this one has a variable attached to it, so they are not the same. So I have a 35x plus 6. Can I simplify that at all? No, I can't. There's no, 6 won't go into 35. So that would be my final answer. Okay. Just like when we worked with fractions, we worked with pieces of 8 or pieces of 7, and we added what was on top. Same thing here. Common denominator, and then I add whatever was on top. So let's do 5b. Example 5b on page 113. I have 10x over x squared minus 9 minus 5 over x minus 3. So I need a common denominator, which means I need to factor this x squared minus 9. So perfect squares. So I have x plus 3 and x minus 3. Okay. And then over here, 5 times x minus 3. So what am I missing to have a common denominator? Okay, I'm missing the x plus 3. So that means I need to times the second term by x plus 3 on both the top and the bottom. So I'll have 10x over x plus 3, x minus 3, divide or subtract 5 times x plus 3 on top, and then x plus 3, x minus 3 on the bottom. So now my denominators are the same. So combine. So on the bottom, what do I have? I have x plus 3 over x minus 3. And I have 10x minus 5 times x plus 3. So to make this easier, I'm going to distribute that 5 through. So I'll have 10x minus 5x minus 15. So 10x minus 5x is what? 5x. So let's go back over here. I'll have 5x minus 15 on top, x plus 3, x minus 3 on bottom. Okay, I can take it one more step. The 5x minus 15, if I pull out a 5, and I have x minus 3, don't I? Then I have an x plus 3 and an x minus 3 on bottom. Can I simplify? Yes, those will cancel. So what am I left with? 5 over x plus 3. Sorry, that one went kind of crazy on the board, but you want to keep going until you can get it as simple as possible. So adding and subtracting, let's keep going and do the subtraction. So example 6a, we have 5 over n plus 2 minus n minus 3 n squared minus 4. Good. We need to factor out the n squared minus 4. We'll have 5 over n plus 2 minus n plus 2 times n minus 2 over n minus 3. So what am I missing to have a common denominator? N minus 2. Okay, so everything over here needs to get multiplied by n minus 2. 5 times n minus 2 on top over n plus 2, n minus 2 on bottom, minus n minus 3 over n plus 2, n minus 2. Okay, now my denominators are the same. So what can I do? N plus 2, n minus 2 is my denominator. And then what do I have left on top? So I need to distribute this through. So I end up with a 5n minus 10 minus n minus 3. Okay. So can I combine any of those terms? Yes, so what's 5n minus n? How many n's do I have left? 4n and a 10 and a 3. What do I do with those? Are they the same? Okay. Actually, we forgot a step. This negative, needed to distribute that through, right? Just like it was a negative in front of the brackets. So I have a negative n, and what's a negative times a negative? Makes it a positive, so that's really a positive 3, right? Sorry, that was my fault. That negative, that floating negative. So I have 5n minus n and negative 10 plus 3. So 4n minus 7 on top. Then what's down below? N plus 2, n minus 2. N plus 2, n minus 2. Can we see any other way to simplify that? Okay, so then that would be our final answer. Example 6b is b squared over 4a squared minus c over a. Okay, what's my common denominator need to be? 4a squared, so that's my simplest term. So I need to times everything over here by a 4a. So I have b squared over 4a squared minus 4a times c over 4a squared. So on the bottom, 4a squared, there's my denominator. And on top, so I'm going to have b squared minus 4ac. Can I condense anything anywhere? No, I can't, can I? None of these terms are the same. So that would be as simple as it goes right there.